welcome live at Erie High School at Tiger Stadium for homecoming. I'm Brandon Bird. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight as we are, well, we're live from the Gen Realty broadcast booth here in Erie, Colorado. And it's starting to drizzle a little bit, but there's excitement in the air. There's a buzz in the air because, well, who doesn't love a good homecoming game? And the people on the field are ready to get things going. But we do have a little bit of a pregame show ready for you here. Want to talk about a couple things before we get rolling. One of those things are highlights from last week against Skyline. And we were just double checking to make sure they weren't about to start the national anthem. So let's watch those highlights from last week against Skyline as part of our pregame show here on the ETN. The 40. He has led it, and it's a touchdown, Tiger. We're going to roll the pocket with Barnett. He looks the end zone, has a wide open man, fires, touchdown! Jalen Klickna in the end zone, and the Tigers make it a 2-score lead. Blockers. Dyson will roll into the end zone. There's Kogel in the wide open field, and he will tiptoe his way out of bounds. Steps up, fires the deep out cut, has Oxiger, makes the catch at the 49, and now they're trying to bowl the defender over. Going to be a blitz, set up a little screen, Dyson catches it, Caleb off to the races, and Caleb will score. Rearick in the shotgun. McConnell leading the way, pulling from the center position, leading Dyson, and Dyson wasn't even touched.
1, 2, 3, Tigers!
All right, so there was a look at last week's highlights against Skyline at their homecoming. And tonight, of course, we have our game, our homecoming here. Well, the field is pretty much all set up. We're getting all ready to roll. The choir has taken their place. They will have the national anthem here in just a moment. While we have a moment, I suppose we can... we're just trying to listen and make sure we do not miss the national anthem. Let's see here. Let's talk about a couple things. The 4A top 10 coming into this week. Erie sitting there at number 5. Palmer Ridge, Pine Creek, Dakota Ridge, Montrose, all undefeated along with Erie. Very top-heavy is the 4A slate here this year. You'll notice on Erie's schedule, they just have not, those teams, this schedule we expected to be kind of tough, not quite up to par this year in terms of toughness. So Erie will have to find out what being tested will be like at some point this season. Now it is national anthem time here in the stadium. And that's a little mistake there. Let's see if we can fix that. Here we go, combined choirs. All right, well, we kind of got it in there. The national anthem performed by the combined choirs here at Erie High School, sponsored by Gilmore Voice Studio.
What's so proudly held at the twilight's gleaming, whose the stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies, for the Lamb was being washed, was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare amongst the singing air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, and a great job there by all the Erie Tiger choirs. As you see the choirs exiting the field, and the players are about ready to run out of the tunnel here as we are getting all set for homecoming 2021. And there really was no true homecoming game last year, if you can think back to then, as we were either no fans or we were limited fans. And so it's nice to have fans back in the stadium again, especially for homecoming. A pretty full Erie side. We'll get you some crowd shots in a little bit. The captains have taken the field for the coin toss. The Tigers about ready to run out onto the stadium. By the way, our 3-camera crew here tonight. Upstairs, the assistant coaches are helping us out with the main camera. We have Harris Gearhart helping down on the field. Jen May, our camera operator, kind of our side angle. And then Cale Smith, our producer for tonight's contest. We're excited to get this one rolling. We'll let you watch the Tigers run out onto the field here in just a second when they do. But you're kind of wondering a little bit about this Silver Creek team, the matchup. And when the season started, we thought this might be a pretty marquee game. And Silver Creek kind of struggling here coming into this one. They lost by 12 points to Longmont. They lost to Skyline 17-7. So 2 straight losses for Silver Creek. They're looking to kind of get their season back on track here tonight. 3-2 overall are the Raptors as they head down here to Erie. Of course, your Tigers rolling in red hot, 5-0. They have really stormed through their schedule so far this year. The Tigers have activated the running clock in 4 of their 5 games so far this season. So Erie certainly proving to be a dominant team in this slate of teams that they have to face here this year. Well, the music is cued, the fans are on their feet, and we are almost ready to get rolling here from Erie High School on homecoming night as the Tigers take to the field. And Caleb Thyssen leading them out with the American flag. And so your Tigers looking to go 6-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll have kickoff when we come back here on the Erie Tiger Network.
You are watching the ETN.
Kicking off the season celebrating 35 years of serving our local community. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a do-it-yourself project. At Budget Home Supply, we value a more personal relationship with our customers. Hey, Ernest.
Hey, Vern.
Whether you have a project in your kitchen or bathroom, a new outside deck, or just some general home improvements, indoors or out, come on down to Budget Home Supply.
Preps is here. And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you, as we are almost all set here live from the Gen Realty broadcast booth. As, well, this should be a good one here tonight. A little bit drizzly, a little bit colder, but hey, guess what? It is fall, it is October, and we are ready to roll. Caleb Harner will kick off. Tigers will kick this one off. Silver Creek will receive. They'll go right to left on your screen, wearing their white uniforms with the maroon numbers. Tigers wearing all black here tonight for their homecoming game, as we are close to getting underway here. Harner will align his men here on special teams. And it looks like Bridger Sutherfield, one of the returners back there for Silver Creek, as this one is end over end, into the wind a little bit. This one will be taken at the 1. Return out toward midfield, and between the hashes, stopped at about the 18-yard line, was Elijah Hubert, a senior captain here for this Silver Creek team. It'll be 1st and 10 for Silver Creek as they take to the field for the first time. You know, obviously there's been a lot of points that the Erie offense has scored, but the Erie defense has been simply outstanding in the early goings of this season. So 1st and 10 from the 18 here. Gore under center. Gore in the pistol formation here. 3 wide to the far side, 1 here to the near side. Wilson a man in motion. That's Huber. Gore scans the field, single coverage there, and that's where they're going to throw the little bubble screen to Huber. Good recognition by Gore. No one covering him there for the Tigers. It was just a little 2-on-1. Can you get the block? And Silver Creek does, and that's almost a run play there, even though it's in the form of a pass play and a little 5-yard pickup from Gore to Huber. And a good start there for the Raptors. Second and, we'll try and fix our graphic here just a touch. We are flying off the screen. There we go. Well, let's change that size even just a touch. Okay. There's a run play, a sweep. I think that's Huber again. And Huber will be knocked out after a gain of maybe 1. So 3rd and 4 here for Silver Creek. Tiger defense, as we said, they have been special so far this year for Erie in their 5-0 start. Gore in the shotgun. Far hash, he's going to roll the pocket to his left, and he will be corralled out of bounds. Caleb Thyssen was ultimately there to meet him, and that will actually be a loss on the play of about a yard. And the Tiger defense not fooled, and they'll force a 3-and-out, and Silver Creek will be forced to punt here on their first drive of the game. So Thyssen and Kana will go back to receive the kick here for the Tigers. There's the punt. That one is a high spiraling punt taken by Kana. He'll run into it at the 44, and a decent return there. A pickup of about 12 yards for Kana on the return, and the Tigers will start with good field position on their first drive of the game. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers, and they will mark that at the Silver Creek 44. So Blake Barnett, the sophomore quarterback, will come out onto the field to lead his team. 857 yards passing on the season, 325 yards rushing. He has 8 touchdown passes, 10 touchdown runs as Barnett will hand off to Thyssen around the left side. Big hold there. He's got a herd of blockers. Thyssen on the first play of the game across the 30, down the sidelines, into the end zone. 44 yards on the first play of the game. Welcome to homecoming, Tiger fans. That's the 10th touchdown of the year for Caleb Thyssen. 44-yard strike right from the get-go. Well, there you go. We saw the offense, I think, click a lot better last week. It's not like they've been performing bad this season. They just didn't seem sharp until last week and maybe in the second half of that Bear Creek game. And right from the get-go, they gave it to Thyssen, and Thyssen, who was led by a herd of Tigers all the way to the end zone. Now Harner will come out to kick the extra point. Click now the holder. The snap is good. The kick is up, and it is right between the pipes. So with 10:31 remaining here in the first quarter, it's the Tigers 7, Silver Creek nothing. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network. And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. Kel Smith, our producer here. And man, how about that big run there by Caleb Thyssen as the Tigers roll into the end zone on the first play from scrimmage. And talk about a perfect start there for Erie. You have a 3-and-out. followed by a 44-yard touchdown. And now the Tigers will kick this one off.
Now for the kickoff is number 36, Caleb Harner.
Now Caleb Harner will deliver this one high end over end. And that'll be taken a yard deep, so that'll be called a touchback here. And Silver Creek will start their second drive, 1st and 10 from the Erie 20.
It's going to be a touchback for Silver Creek.
We are trying here to figure out our replay system for you. Let's see if that'll work. Oh, we don't know. We'll play with it here in between our other commercial break. But 1st and 10 here for Silver Creek. Gore in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap, hands it off over the right side. I think that was Cole Rogers that got the carry. And no gain there. Rogers, the sophomore running back here for Silver Creek. On the season, Silver Creek through 5 games has rushed for about 137 yards per game. Rogers 31 carries, that leads the team. But they've split their carries pretty evenly among 3. Jack Cooper on a blitz, and he will devour Bryce Gore, and Gore will be dropped for a sack and a loss on the play of about 5. And so the Tiger offense and defense has come out hungry and sharp here right from the get-go. And they're actually going to mark that just inside the 14. So a loss there of 6 for Silver Creek. That'll bring up 3rd and 16 here from their own 14. Gore in the shotgun, ball spotted on the far hash. He'll take the snap, looks, fires the bubble screen, or it's the tunnel screen. And the Tigers and Trey Kana contain and stop it to a 5-yard gain here. And for Silver Creek, that was Aiden Helm on the catch. And so Silver Creek will be forced to punt from deep in their own end again. There's a nice little down the line shot for you. As this one is end or spiraling kick. Oh, that's through the wickets there. Kana, he's pushed aside, and Silver Creek's going to have it with great field position here at the Erie 29. Kana came up, he called fair catch, but it just went right through the mitts, and a turnover there for the Tigers. And excellent field position here for Silver Creek.
Those are seniors Evan Hudson, Charlie Fernandez, and Austin Rodriguez. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
So with 8:22 remaining here in the first quarter, Silver Creek will take over. Gordon the pistol here. He's got trips to the far side. Gore takes the snap, looks to his right, fires out in the flat, has a man, and that will be stopped after a decent gain of about 7, maybe 8 yards. That was Cole Rogers on the catch out of the backfield. We'll call it 7 on the play. 3 different receiving targets so far for Gore. 2nd and short here for the Raptors. Good start for this Tiger defense, but they're going to need to answer the bell here after the fumble. Pistol formation, Gore will hand it off. Rogers will stretch it out, and he will be gobbled up, and I think that was Ryan McConnell that was able to make the tackle. And a gain of nothing for Silver Creek. No, they'll give him about a yard for Rogers. This Tiger defense has been incredible against the run. this year. Third and 2 here. Gore will come out in the pistol, 3 to the far side of the field. Gore will send Huber in motion. And a penalty flag, and I think this is going against Silver Creek. A few different flags, and all the Erie Tigers were pointing into the Silver Creek backfield, so a false start is called there. And that's the first penalty flag of the night. We saw a slew of those last week between both teams. In fact, that's really been the story almost every game this season. 3rd and 7 now here for the Raptors. Gore in the shotgun again, rather the pistol. He'll take the knee-high snap, trying to set up the screen. Now Gore will be flush from the pocket, eyeing the first down. McConnell will come up and meet him, and a big hit there on the sidelines. And that's going to be close to the marker, but just short, about a couple yards short. He needed 7, picked up about 6 was Gore. And that'll bring up 4th and either a long 1 or a short 2.
4th and 2 for the Raptors.
The ball is spotted where the nose of it's about on the 31, and they have to get to about the 19.5 for the first down. So big moment here early in this game. Gore trying to get the Tigers to jump. Takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Rogers gets spun down and stacked up, and the Tigers stop him on 4th and short. And a turnover on downs for Silver Creek. And Erie with the football. And their second possession of the night.
Changeover on downs.
Yeah, let's see here if we can. Kale, find that play. Well, we'll worry about replay another time. We didn't quite get our replay system. We're a little light on crew. All the kids, they want to be part of the homecoming game tonight. Go figure. Barnett will keep it himself, right side. Barnett uses a stiff arm and then gallops out of bounds as he picks up about, well, let's see here. We'll mark him out. The ball started at the 21. We'll give him 8 yards there for Barnett. Barnett now close to, or 333 rushing yards on the season. Barnett claps the hands, drops back to pass, looks, has lettuce. Instead, he'll fire the intermediate route. It's intercepted, and here goes Silver Creek the other way. It's Huber with it, and he will waltz into the end zone, and a pick 6 for Silver Creek, and an interception for Barnett. And we are almost level here at Tiger Stadium. Barnett waited and tried to fire the intermediate route, and doing a good job of reading that one was Huber, and he just stepped in front of that one, and Hubert took it to the house. About a 35-yard return for Elijah Hubert. Now Silver Creek on to kick the extra point. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good by, I believe that's Jaron Young on the extra point. 7-7, we're all tied here. 5:30 remaining in the first. We'll take a timeout here on the ETN.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are
Fine. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 7-7 here after the pick 6 by Silver Creek. And a dandy pick at that for Hubert. That was his second interception of the year. His last one went for 56 yards. And don't ask me if he scored or not, because I don't know. For Blake, that was his second interception of the season, as that one will go into the end zone. Tiger fans, don't forget to like this video, help us out on our YouTube algorithm, and then subscribe to us here on the Erie Tiger Network. You can also click the notification icon, so anytime we are live, you can find us and know that we're live. How about that? In fact, we just tweeted right now that we're live on the ATN. So 1st and 10, 7-7, 5:30 remaining here in the first quarter. Barnett's going to run read option. He'll hand it off to Thyssen. Thyssen will kind of slalom his way between the defenders and leans it forward for about 9 yards there for Caleb on first down.
2nd and 4 for the Tigers.
Tigers, 3 carries. All of them have been for 8 yards or better. Barnett in the shotgun. Silver Creek defense playing up near the line of scrimmage, and a handoff there on the left side, and Thyssen will lose a yard. So that'll bring up 3rd and short here for the Tigers. Blake checking in with Coach Wooch on the sidelines, looking for the signal in. Barnett stomps the foot, gets the snap. Now he'll follow Thyssen. He'll keep it himself through a hole, and a huge shoestring tackle there. I think that was Sutherfield that got him, but that might have been a touchdown saver. A pickup of 12 there for Barnett on the run. So 1st and 10. Trio of wideouts here to the near side. Barnett takes it. He'll throw the screen to Nichols. Nichols gets a couple blocks, stiffs arms a man to the ground across the 50, the 45, and he's corralled out of bounds after a pickup of 17 yards on the pass play, and the first completion of the game for Barnett. We'll go to Gage Nichols, and Gage Nichols nearing the 200-yard receiving mark on the season. A couple touchdowns, now 191 yards after that catch on the season. 1st and 10 here for Barnett. He'll take the snap, hands it off. No, he'll keep it himself on the read. He'll make a cut, another big-time saving tackle. That time it was Hubert with it. And another good pickup there of about 14 yards there for Barnett. They'll spot him down at the 29. Barnett takes the snap, looks, waiting for something to develop. Oh, almost threw it into the hands, directly into the hands of the Silver Creek defender. I think he thought about throwing the check down and then saw the defender wanted to throw it away and just got away from him there. So Kana will get the carry, and that is going nowhere fast. A huge loss of 5 on the read option there to Trey Kana. Kana 51 yards rushing on the season. Now Barnett will bark out the play at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long here for the Tigers. They'll want to get at least half of this. He'll take the snap, looks downfield, has a man on the post. It's Lettuce. He hit him in stride, and he has it down to the 5. A great throw by Blake from the 33 all the way down to the 5. A 28-yard pickup there from Barnett to Lettuce. They'll mark it down at the 6, actually, but Caden Lettuce, a big pickup there. He's got over 200 yards receiving now in the season. Tigers trying to go quickly here from the 6. Bison flanking Barnett 4 wide. Barnett takes the snap, fires it quickly to Nichols. Nichols sprints to the end zone, has the touchdown, and the Tigers answer right back after the pick 6. Barnett delivers a touchdown strike to Gage Nichols. That's his 3rd touchdown of the year for Gage. And the Tigers are right back on top. And the snap is good, and the kick is good by Harner. So the Tigers, they lead it 14-7. We'll take a quick timeout here on the ETN.
We are strong and we'll get through this together, but these are stressful times. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, and know that you are not alone. Visit wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse in Erie today. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. As Erie leads it, let's take another look at that last play there. Barnett, the screen pass to Nichols, and Nichols waltzing into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. In fact, we'll have even our second look at it there. And, well, there's the nice block out there on the edge, as that was Oxiger that set it up. So here we go. How about that? Replays from different angles this week. We keep building here on the Erie Tiger Network. We're hoping that maybe that Windsor game, we have all the bells and whistles, as there's a big return for Silver Creek, and that's going to be spotted out of bounds all the way. Well, I'm looking. I don't see any sideline official. There we go. Looks like about the 40-yard line is where they will spot the ball here to start the Raptors' 3rd drive of the game. First 2 ended in a punt and then a turnover on downs, but they scored on the pick 6 by Elijah Hubert, and that's how we have a 14-7 game right now. 2:22 as we start this drive. Gore in the shotgun. He'll throw the flare screen out to the near side. Tigers diagnosed, but doing a good job was Hubert to elude the first Erie tackler, and then he just kind of skipped his way out of bounds, turned what could have been a loss into a pickup of 1. And just a small sample size, but you got to like what you've seen out of the senior wide receiver captain, Elijah Hubert. He had the pick 6. He's had a couple of huge tackles and making something out of nothing there. Now Gore in the pistol. Ball spotted in the near hash. Tigers showing blitz. They will bring pressure up the middle. The out route, and that one is incomplete, but that was incomplete because of the pressure applied by Gavin Malik right up the middle. So that will bring up 3rd and 9 here for Silver Creek. Silver Creek has not been able to get a first down yet. Tigers showing blitz again. They'll send pressure again up the middle. Gore running, trying to elude pressure, and he is devoured by the Tigers defense. And that was Jackson Kogel on the tackle, and I believe Gavin Malik is shaken up. Oh boy, and just I think kind of in there and sandwiched was Malik, and we will step aside with an injury here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Front Range Landfill.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. And Malik popped up off the turf and able to walk off without any help. The sack there for Kogel. And I got to tell you, folks, I get stopped about once a week and they go, no, it's Cowgill. I'm telling you, it's Kogel. I've talked to them myself, talked to Dad. It's Kogel. So just trust me on that one. And that one will bounce out of bounds at the 40, and that is where Erie will take over 1st and 10. So Erie, well, each offensive possession has led to a score, 2 for Erie and 1 for Silver Creek. With 1:44 left, Tigers already with their 4th offensive possession of the quarter. Clap of the hands by Barnett. He'll hand it off to Thyssen. Thyssen fights through one arm tackle, then twists his way forward for a pickup of 8. Caleb now 60 yards rushing here tonight. They're actually only going to give him 7 on that one. Tigers averaging 11 yards a pop right now on the ground. Now Barnett will check the play at the line. He sees single coverage, I think somewhere. Where's he going here? Now he'll throw the deep out-cutting route to Lettuce, but that took a little bit too long to develop, and Barnett had some pressure in his face. Barnett, I think, wanted to go over the top, but cutting his route short was Nichols. I think Nichols saw that correctly. That was pretty soft coverage. Barnett now in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off to Thyssen. And Thyssen will plunge his way forward for 8 yards and a first down. So Thyssen, 67 yards on the ground, a touchdown. And Tigers trying to spread it out to a 2-score lead. 1st and 10. Kana will get the carry on the left side. Kana has a convoy of blockers in front of him, and he'll stumble his way forward. A good pickup there on first down, and they'll give him 13 yards for Trey. And another fresh set of downs for the Tigers. Big Oxen there. We haven't heard from him yet tonight. His 2nd game back in action after missing the first 4 due to a leg injury. Now Barnett scans in with the sideline. He'll check the play here at the line of scrimmage. Only 3 seconds left. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Handoff, Kana stutters at the line, goes over the left side, explodes through a hole, and a good pickup there on 1st and 10 for Kana from the 31 all the way down to the 15. A 16-yard pickup there for Kana, and that is how we will end the quarter. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, the Tigers, they lead it here 14-7 as the touchdown there by Gage Nichols. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Front Range Landfill. It's all you need to fund everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie.
And a touchdown right when we came back. Sorry, we just came back a hair late. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that, Tiger fans. You know what? Let's see if we can do this. Did we catch a decent replay of that there? Maybe not. Oh, no. Not sure what's going on there. We're still looking at camera 2. Okay, there we go. A little run there by Barnett, and he'll scamper in there. It was a 15-yard run for Barnett, and he scores his 11th touchdown of the year. And Chad Jamison, if you're listening to this back, I'm sorry I didn't give you fuel there for the highlights. No, there's a penalty. All right, well, so you know what? We weren't paying attention, and that's what happens. So flag on the play. That'll back Erie up 10 yards. It'll now be 1st and 20 from the 24. Barnett takes the snap, runs to his right, breaks a tackle, and he is going to be flushed out of bounds. A loss of a couple, kind of a broken play there. Man, Erie came out, they punched it in the end zone, but then they got a flag and went backward and just feel a little bit discombobulated here. All right, 2nd down and 22 here for the Tigers. Lots of a couple on the play there for Barnett. Want to take a bite out of this one. It's really 4-down territory here. Of course, Harner does have a solid leg. Barnett fakes, throws the post, and Thyssen will tumble over the defender. And I don't know if that was quite enough for the 1st down. And it is. They needed 22. They got 24 yards. And the little pump fake by Barnett, I think, caught the defense leaning one way, and Thyssen was wide open. And so a 24-yard pickup there for Barnett. Now 1st and goal here for the Tigers. Barnett takes a snap, fires the pass into the end zone. Tiger touchdown. It's Caden Lettuce. And Erie has a 2-score lead on a 4-yard touchdown strike. And we'll see if we can't get that here on our replay system. Okay. So there we go, camera one. They're lining up for two first. We'll take a peek at that, and then we'll look at our replay and thank some sponsors after that. Harner will set up here. I think a little bit better of view with the kick, and the kick is up, and it is good. And so the Tigers lead it 21-7. As we take a look at that last replay there, Barnett firing the little slant route. And there's Caden Lettuce to pick up the touchdown, and for Caden, that is his 4th touchdown of the season. Well, Tiger fans, so glad you could join us here tonight, but tonight wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. We're broadcasting live here from the Gen Realty broadcast booth, the multi-cameras, the instant replay, the sweet graphics. That's all thanks to Gen Realty. Jeannie Hulse, one of our banner sponsors here with Erie Athletics, Sherry Bond, eLife Magazine, A New View Painting, Caraway Orthodontics, Front Range Landfill, Germany Law, Home Budget Supply, just a handful of the sponsors here that help make this possible on the Erie Tiger Network. So 10:45 remaining here in quarter number 2. Tigers on top by a couple of scores. And Caleb Harner set to kick this one deep. And a pretty good showing by the Silver Creek students and parents tonight, really packing out this stadium. We have a packed house here tonight. This one taken from the 1, and good patient return, but too many black jerseys down there, and that return will be taken out to the 14, maybe the 13-yard line, and that is where Silver Creek will start over with 10:39 remaining here in quarter number 2. Brandon Bird here with you. Cale Smith, our producer, as we are live from Tiger Stadium on homecoming night. And trying to bring you a little bit of a special broadcast. See our 3 camera setup here tonight. And our switcher is frozen, folks, in case you're wondering why you're seeing the view that you're seeing. Can you still hear me, Kel? Okay. So you can still hear us. We are stuck on one camera, and we can't tell you why that is. We have no idea why. Oh boy.
Do you want a better smile?
Okay, there we go. This is a little reset. All right. Gore will scramble around the backfield. Penalty flags flying. And was that a penalty flag, or was that a ball in the background and a timeout here by Coach Geiger? That was an 8-yard pickup. The referee's trying to get the clock to stop as it is a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We need a little bit of a reset here on the ETN.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number, 303-828-0454, or go to CarawayOrtho.com.
And welcome back in. On homecoming night, you see the cheerleaders, the full set of Tiger fans here filling the stands, a packed house here tonight on the ETN. And we're excited to bring it to you live as we head back out, and the Tigers will play defense here on 2nd and 2. And that was the longest play from scrimmage tonight for Silver Creek, the 8-yard run there by Gore. 2nd and 2. Gore will hand it off. Rogers trying to weave through the defense, and he's off to the races. Found a big hole across the 30 and corralled out of bounds there by Thyssen down to the 23. A 50-yard pickup there by, I believe that was Cole Rogers on the carry. 50 yards, by far the longest play of the night for Silver Creek. Gore now in the pistol. Oh, he fumbles the snap, and he picked it up. Ooh, and then he got crunched by his own lineman falling back into them. So Silver Creek will give some yardage right back, a little 4-yard loss, and then a Silver Creek timeout. No, it was, I think, just an animated official on the far sidelines kind of discussing some things with Brian McGee, the head coach here for the Raptors. All right, so in the pistol now. 2nd and 14 here for Silver Creek. Gore takes the snap, hands it off right side. Rogers looking for a block, cuts to the inside. There is a flag. That one down behind the play, and Rogers will score, but this one I think is coming back, folks. So there's a flag on the play. And they're already moving the offense back here. That one will wipe a score off the board. We have only seen a couple of flags here tonight. We have yet to see a flag on Erie, knock on wood. So the official just checking in here, and it is a hold here on Silver Creek. And that one, the holding flag was spotted a couple yards behind the line, so it's effectively a 12-yard penalty. And it was already 2nd and 14. That's going to make it 2nd and about 26. Let's see, they got to get to the 5, and the ball spotted at the 31, 26 yards. How about that? So 8:48 remaining here in quarter number 2. Tiger defense just wants to keep things in front of him here. Gore takes the snap, looks downfield, plenty of time, fires. Little curling route there by Hubert. He shot out of a cannon, and then he fumbled. The ball was punched from behind, and Ryan McConnell picked it up. I'm not sure who punched it out, but the Tigers force a huge turnover. And Erie will have the ball 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And we'll see if we can see on our replay what happened there. And we'll have a couple looks at this, I think. Okay, let me click this one on. You might need a, let's see. Tigers about to run a play, but we just wanted to see this real quick. And let's bail out of here. We'll come back to this in a little bit. Tigers running an offensive play, and that really didn't go anywhere. In fact, a loss on the play of maybe one there to Sean Thomas Francisco. We'll call it no gain there. So 2nd down here. For Erie, Barnett takes the snap. He'll run read option. He'll keep it himself up the middle. Barnett lowers the shoulder, now gets twisted around and slammed to the turf after a pickup out across the 15 to the 16. And a pickup of about 7, maybe 8 yards there by Barnett. Barnett closing in on 400 yards rushing this season. 3rd and a long 2 here for the Tigers. Barnett looks, has the quick turnaround there by Lettuce, and just a nice little pitch and catch there for the first down between Barnett and Lettuce. Little 6-yard pickup there. Lettuce, that's his 3rd catch of the night. He's got 37 yards receiving. The Tigers will move the chain and a first down. Now Barnett takes the snap, runs read option. And he bent it to the outside, and man, everything just kind of moved in slow motion there. It almost seemed like there was a whistle on the play, but they're gonna mark him down. It was a live play that was just, felt like it was run at half speed. And a injured Raptor on the turf. So while we have a moment, let's see if we can see that replay again of the fumble. Let's see here. There's the catch by Hubert. See who was able to punch that out. Oh, a big swat there by Ryan McConnell, and he was able to just punch it right out of there. We'll get another look at it here from the field level. We'll see if Harris was able to get a good, oh, and I don't know why it went black. That's real unfortunate. Well, let's see if that one will run back. That's unfortunate. That was a good camera view of it. Well, Tigers ready to go back out on the field here. Second and short here for Erie. Barnett in the shotgun, fires the deep curl route, and it is Jalen Klickna that picks up that one for the Tigers from the 29 up to the 37. Pickup of 8 there and a first down from Barnett to Klickna. Barnett right now, it's 8 of 11 for a touchdown and a pick and 92 yards. And up there, Thyssen finds a hole. He just explodes through it, breaks an arm tackle. He's into the open field. No one's going to catch him. Caleb Thyssen to the house. 63 yards for the touchdown for Caleb Thyssen. He has 137 yards rushing, and that's his 11th touchdown of the year. And Tiger fans going crazy. And so Erie, the 27-7 lead with 6:06 remaining here in the quarter. And that has been Erie all year. It just, they can strike in a flash. Snap is good, the kick is up, and it is right down the pipe. 28-7, we'll take a quick timeout here on the ETN.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, as we take another little peek. Well, not quite what we were hoping for. Everyone on their feet from that one. Let's see if we can run this one back. There's Thyssen. There we go. Thyssen running through the open field. It's kind of a weird-looking replay there. All right, well, let's see here. Let's go back to our live feed. 28-7. Erie on top here of Silver Creek at homecoming. And Erie, they trailed in that Bear Creek game, but they have not spent very many minutes trailing or tied in this season. And there goes Hubert down the sidelines. And Hubert, another big play for Elijah Hubert. And there are some kids throwing a yellowish-colored football on the opposite side of the track. I swear, every time I see it, I think it's a flag, Cale. So I'll try not to tell you that there's a flag when there's not. So 1st and 10, Silver Creek. Excellent starting field position here on the Erie 45. Second time tonight that Silver Creek has started on the Erie side of the field. There's the screen pass. That was set up nice. Silver Creek with plenty of running room and another fumble. It's still on the turf, and who jumped on it? It was covered up by a pile, and then it squirted out of that pile. And after about a 20-yard pickup, it'll be Silver Creek that fell on the ball. So a little bit of drama there. It was about a 20-yard pickup there from Gore to Sutherland, I beg your pardon. And then he coughed up the football, and 5 Tiger jerseys in the area, and none of them could hop on it. 1st and 10 now. The 19, Gore, hands off, right side, stretches out, near side hole, and squeezed through it, and a decent pickup there on 1st down of 11 yards. And the Silver Creek offense starting to gain a little bit of momentum here. Now Gore in the pistol. He's got Rogers behind him, takes a snap, hands it to Rogers left side, try to cut it over the tackle, and he'll just kind of hammer his way forward for a pickup of a couple. Cole Rogers' first 3 carries were of 0, 1, and 1 yards, and they exploded for a 50-yard and an 11-yard gain. So we've seen the Tiger defense stifle run games. Right after the big 50-yard run, Silver Creek averaging a little over 5 yards on the ground per carry. Gore, low snap, fires the screen, caught, end zone, touchdown for Silver Creek. And that was Elijah Hubert that caught it on the little 5-yard touchdown pass from Gore to Hubert. And Silver Creek trying to make it a 2-score game again. And right now, both these offenses starting to cook. And the kick is up, and I know you didn't see it. In case you're wondering, we are tied into the coach's film camera up top. That's a camera view that you see, so they have a different set of camera mechanics. But that helped us be a little bit more flexible tonight in our coverage, but you might see some interesting film mechanics up top, especially because they're pointing a camera that we're feeding off at the field of play, but they're not even looking at that camera, in case you're wondering why you see a couple interesting shots. I just know that our producer, Cale Smith, is about ready to pull his hair out. So that explanation was more for him than it was for you guys at home. 28-14, Erie on top here. As Silver Creek set to kick this one deep. .410 remaining here in this first half of play here at Erie's homecoming. And this one is sent high into the night, fielded at the 1. McConnell burst through a hole, and Ryan McConnell. How about Ryan McConnell, your starting center, back to return a kickoff? And I love that. I love it because he is a leader on this team, and he plays a thankless position on the offensive line, and the Tigers roll him out there at center, and you can see the speed that he has. Talk about a heck of an athlete. You're a starting center returning kickoffs. Hello, college scouts. Hello. All right, 1st and 10. And Big Ox moved, and that is the first penalty of the night for Erie. We've only had 3 penalties all night. This is a turn of events from the last few weeks. So 4:01 remaining here in this quarter. Now Barnett. Handoff to Thyssen outside. Thyssen following blockers. Thyssen up the sideline. And Thyssen again cannot be denied. 66 yards this time for Caleb Thyssen. And back-to-back 60-plus yard runs. And his 3rd touchdown of the night. And Caleb has 196 yards rushing in this half. 714 for the season. Have yourself a game, Caleb. So the Tiger special teams out there. I tell you what, that run on the left side has been there all night, as Erie will go for 2 and they will be denied. 34-14, 20-point lead. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate bail.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. By the way, a shout out to user 67L48. Erie did have another penalty. It negated that touchdown on the first play of the second quarter we forgot about that one. In fact, we were late coming back from that one. That's probably why we forgot about it. So that was their second penalty. Didn't matter. As a 66-yard touchdown run for Caleb Thyssen. And now Caleb Harner will send this one short. That one goes through the hands of Hubert. Hubert will now take it out to the far side. He has a running lane. It was well set up. In fact, the drop may have helped develop that play. And a huge gain for Hubert. That's the second kick return on the left side that has absolutely gashed the Tigers' special teams. By the way, Tiger fans, on our YouTube stream, we have a poll up and running in our chat section. Go ahead and participate in that.
Do you have a plan in place for
Asking, will there be a running clock this game? We've seen it in 4 of the 5 Erie games so far this season. As Silver Creek will come out here, 1st and 10. There's the snap. Gore will roll out to the near side, fires downfield, and incomplete. And a big stick there. That was only the second incomplete pass unofficially on our stat book by Bryce Gore. Silver Creek offense really hasn't been awful tonight. 58 yards passing, 74 yards rushing, 14 point, or really only 7 offensive points on the board, but what we've seen out of the Tiger defense, this is the best we've seen offense move against them in a while. As Burnett gets back there, and there's the defense right on cue. A sack and a loss of about 7 there. As Darian Burnett gets back in there. And a sack against Gore. So it'll be 3rd and long here for the Raptor offense at their Tiger 48. They need to get down to the Tiger 33 for a first down, so 3rd and 15. So in the pistol is Gore. And he will be flushed from the pocket. He'll step out of bounds, stops the clock. A pickup there of, they'll say nothing. Got back to the sticks, and that'll make it 4th and long. And when you're 4th and that long, probably going to send out the punt team here if you're Silver Creek. Oftentimes in high school, you get to this part of the field and almost always go for it. But a little bit too long to execute here. Low snap, good catch, high kick. This is gonna check up at about the 25. It does, takes an Erie bounce back across the 30. And that will, Erie will start at the 32.
Attention Erie fans, with an Amy Wagner goal. Amy Wagner goal, please make your way to the Jen McGurk Realty tent at the
So a net punt of 16 yards for Silver Creek. There was a flag out there, by the way. Didn't notice that till now. I think that's actually going to be on Erie. And so that will back up their starting position.
Looks like there's a flurry of flags out there.
And so from the 32, I'm not sure what this is. I never saw a signal. This is a 15-yard variety. That's going to bring Erie all the way back to their own 17. A late hit our Silver Creek spotting team helping us out here on the broadcast. 1st and 10 here for the Tigers. Barnett takes the snap, fires the screen pass to Klickna, and he's immediately cut down. An excellent open field tackle and a loss there on the play. In fact, Klickna is a little bit shaken up. That's Klickna's 2nd catch of the night. I think that was Aiden Lathrop that got the tackle out there, the nice hit. Now Barnett will keep it himself. Takes it around the near side edge across the 20, trying to cut up the sidelines. Still on his feet, Barnett, no one in front of him. And Barnett has one man to beat, and he will score. An 83-yard run for Blake Barnett. I think that's the longest of the season for him. And the Tigers have 366 yards on the ground here in the first half. That is the 12th rushing touchdown, or beg your pardon, that is the 12th rushing touchdown of the season for Barnett. And that play looked dead from the beginning, and Barnett is using his speed and athleticism to, once again, it's been that left side of the Silver Creek defense that has given up some big runs tonight. With 1:41 remaining here in the second quarter, the Tigers lead it 41-14. We'll take a quick timeout here from the Gen Realty broadcast booth.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
And welcome back in. Erie Tiger Network. 20 votes on our poll. 65% of you saying there will be running clock. Tigers kind of inching closer to that. And now Harner will send this one. A low skidder. Tigers tired of dealing with Hubert's returns over that left side, and it's the left side again that Silver Creek will attack. I guess it's the left side from the return team perspective. I guess the Tigers would probably call it the right side of their kick coverage. And the officials trying to meet. I think a little bit of extra clock ran off here. We'll see here. The white hat. What they like to do is tell the coach to talk up to the booth, and 1:40 is what they'll set the clock to. So 1st and 10. Oh, and there is a big hit. That was Gavin Malik shooting through like a rocket into the backfield for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 4 on the play. And a timeout for Erie. Your Erie, can get a stop, get the ball back, and score before the half. At least that's what is, I think, on Coach Geiger's mind. And Coach Geiger here in his first year. And how about next week's matchup? Should be a fun one for Coach Geiger and his staff. A lot of coaches followed him over from Brighton. And that is who the Tigers will take on next week, the Brighton Bulldogs. And Brighton, they came into the stadium last year and they knocked off Erie. So Erie, I think, will have a little bit of revenge on the minds when they head out to Brighton next week. Minute and a half remaining, 2nd and 14 here for Silver Creek. Handoff, Rogers trying to bend it around the edge, and the Tigers swarm and get a stop after a gain of maybe a couple. And you can see Silver Creek, I think they're trying to burn a little bit of clock here. About a 3-yard pickup, and Erie will call another timeout. Someone asked us what the longest run in school history is. Got to tell you, no idea. In fact, we don't have a ton of great comprehensive Erie history books. You got to think back in the mid-'90s when the Tigers were rolling through teams on the ground with the old double tight, double wing, that at some point there was a 90-plus yard run in there. But no idea for sure. Sorry, we don't have that for you. In fact, if you are an Erie Tiger that has a bunch of history, we would love to get in touch with you, as we have kind of started undertaking an Erie database record book on the Erie Tiger Network. It is in the very infancy. So 3rd and 11 here. Snap, give. Ooh, Rogers able to break a tackle. A Tiger tried to strip it from him, and he shook that Tiger loose and pressed it forward for a couple yards, but that'll bring up 4th down. And Silver Creek I mean, here's the thing. You can punt. Your last punt netted 16 yards. This is why high school teams go for it. And there's a book out there about sports analytics. It's probably a decade or more old now. But there's a coach down in Alabama. He's been doing it for a long time in high school that has made it a mission to go for it on 4th down, literally every play, every situation. And his reasoning is high school punters just usually aren't outstanding. Not any comment on either of these two punters. We don't know the Silver Creek punter well enough. But just the argument is high school punters in general, not strong, hard to execute a good punt. Bad things happen on special teams. And so just go for it and even change your play calling 3rd down. Interesting, Silver Creek will at least run the clock down to 28 seconds here before they take a timeout. And so Erie, not much time left to negotiate here, but as we have seen, 3 runs over 60 yards in this quarter alone. Erie can score in a flash. Tigers have over 20 yards per carry tonight. So 4th and 9, and I think we have a false start here on Silver Creek.
Play's going to be called dead on the field.
They blew the whistle. They're so lucky number 20 took off because that would have been. Is it raining? It might rain a little bit.
And I think the coaches or the officials wanted 2 more seconds. The snap was almost over the head of the punter. And that one will roll down, and Thyssen needs to pick this up because time's running out. Thyssen weaves his way through a couple defenders and will finally knife his way to the 25. So 13 seconds left. Tigers have no timeouts. Silver Creek still with a couple. Obviously, they don't plan on using those. So for Erie, you got to think maybe a pass play for a first down. Long one. Then take one more shot. So Barnett, the sophomore, 5 wide here. Silver Creek, going to give him some time now. Barnett will flush. Dumps off to Lettuce, and Lettuce will chase it out of bounds here. 7 seconds left, an 11-yard pickup from Barnett to Lettuce. You could do about one more of those, although about 8 seconds went off the clock. Barnett catches, looks down the field, and there's a Erie flag, so he should just get rid of that one. And doesn't matter, that will end the half. Play took too long, and I imagine this penalty will be on Erie, and that will just be the end of the half. We'll just stick here just to make sure. And so a hold, and they'll decline that. And so at the end of half number 1 here at Homecoming, it's Erie 41, Silver Creek 14. We'll be back for some halftime festivities brought to you by Teachers Who Tutor here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Sherry Bond is your hometown real estate expert who has passionately been helping people develop winning game plans for their home goals since 1994. Her offense and defense are bar none when it comes to negotiations. Sherry believes honesty and compassion are the keys to seller service. With hundreds of happy clients, you can be confident that when you are working with Sherry Bond, you are working with a team player that truly cares about you for life.
If you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School, well now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. It's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program, as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction of knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized.
And welcome back in here at halftime as part of the Teachers Who Tutor halftime show, as we'll have some stats and maybe a couple of highlights for you here. Teachers Who Tutor, teacher-created company located in Erie. They tutor students K through 12 in all subject areas. They find the perfect tutor to match your child's needs, regardless of what you're looking for. If you want to get your kid up to grade level, extend their learning, or prep for the SAT, they're here for you. Contact them today at teacherswhotutor.biz. We'll go over some halftime stats and stuff as we watch the halftime performances here by the cheer team and the Palms teams. I believe both teams are performing here tonight. And we'll get a mix of camera views and such in there. But some good first half numbers for Erie here tonight. On the ground especially, 366 yards rushing. The Tigers threw for 102. Blake Barnett, 146 on the ground. Caleb Thyssen, 196. Aiden Oxinger, a couple of catches. That was Gage Nichols, a couple of catches. One for a touchdown, a catch for Caleb Thyssen, 4 catches for Caden Lettuce, a couple for Jalen Klickna, and I believe Sean Thomas Francisco also had a catch. 468 yards of total offense in that first half for the Tigers. For Silver Creek, 58 yards passing, 69 yards rushing. Bryce Gore, he was unofficially 7 of 9 through the air for 58 yards. Gore had -3 yards rushing, 66 yards on the ground for Cole Rogers, 6 yards for Elijah Hubert. Most of their good yardage came via the return game, including a couple really nice returns by Elijah Hubert. Hubert also led the way receiving with 3 for 21, 1 for 5 for Helm. Cole Rogers had 1 for 7, and Bridger Sutherland a catch for 20 yards. Silver Creek, they scored on a pick 6, and they scored on that little bubble screen pass in the second quarter. Tigers, well, they had a bunch of touchdowns, a 63-yard run by Caleb Dyson, a 44-yard run on the first play of scrimmage by Caleb Dyson, a 66-yard run by Dyson, an 83-yard run by Barnett. Barnett also added in a 6-yard touchdown pass to Gage Nichols, as you saw the Erie Spirit squad. That was Erie Cheer, and now Erie Palms. Nope. More Erie Cheer, beg your pardon. Palms on the far sideline. We see him now. We will stick here so you can see coverage of all the halftime festivities. Of course, we'll have homecoming court as well as the band perform. So what we'll end up doing is we'll end up turning up our crowd mic a little bit. Those were some of the halftime numbers for you. You can enjoy the rest of the halftime festivities here in the stadium, as brought to you by Teachers Who Tutor on the Teachers Who Tutor halftime show.
you guys can fuck off. But it's a reflection on you.
Let's give it up for your Erie Tiger Palms. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the field the Erie High School Marching Band. Tonight's music selections will be I Got You, made famous by James Brown, Scream and Shout, made famous by Britney Spears, and Immortals, made famous by Fall Out Boy.
He just turned around and he's got like he got when we were playing Skyline, I pulled him out because he got burned on the long play and we were just lucky that he was out of bounds, so I pulled him to the park.
Drum majors Madeline Kober, Alex Pulowski, and Spencer Blaylock. Is the band ready for performance?
Yeah, Josh!
Yeah, switch sides.
Good job, Josh!
All right. We hope you enjoyed the halftime festivities. We will stick here for homecoming court. I know many of you on the stream would like to see that, so we will stick around for that. While we have a moment, though, some scores from around 4A. Cheyenne Mountain knocking around Thornton right now. That one at halftime, 43-6. Dakota Ridge up big over Bear Creek, 31-0, and Bear Creek 4-1. Probably the toughest looking team that Erie has faced so far this year. And they're getting knocked around pretty good. Golden, they're 5-0 on the year. They are leading Stanley Lake 13-0. Of course, the Tigers scrimmaged them in a preseason contest. Vista Peak, they're leading Centaurus 28-6. Brighton ahead of their game here against the Tigers. They're leading Greeley West 45-7. Broomfield is currently beating Windsor in the third quarter 9-7. Skyline beating Greeley Central 27-15. Heritage trailing Vista Ridge 27-0. Montrose edged out Palmer Ridge. So the number one team, or no, beg your pardon, what are they? The number two team? We had that somewhere in our pregame graphic. No. Palmer Ridge, the number one team. They go down tonight to Montrose, 28-21. Pueblo West, 38-7 over Coronado, and Fountain Fort Carson, 7-0 over Mesa Ridge. Let's get our mic back up here for the homecoming court festivities.
Marin lives by the saying, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. And her goals after high school are to become a professional dancer and work in the dance industry. Davis Mundy's parents are walking behind him. And when asked, he said he hopes to continue his education after high school at a 4-year college. For your junior court, we have Emily Freck and Joey Watts. Emily hopes to go into computer science, and she said her favorite part of Erie High School is the football games and all of the school spirit. Joey has a similar goal and hopes to go to school for engineering and computer science. For our senior court, we have Sam Stem and Emma Osborne. Sam loves playing baseball for our high school, and his favorite quote is, "With a little rust ease and an insane amount of luck, you too can look like me. Ka-chow!" On another note, Emma loves playing softball and hopes to college. Next, we have Dario Hinojosa and Lily Meskers. When asked, Dario said his favorite things about Erie High School are the school spirit, the academic vigor, and next year he hopes to attend a 4-year liberal arts college and major in environmental science. Lily plans to attend the University of Montana next year, and her goal is to set new records in D1 track. Your next senior homecoming couple is Mia Heath and Aiden Stoughton.
Aiden Stoughton looks by the saying,
when nothing was right, go left. And he hopes to go to school and major in sports medicine. Mia's favorite part of Erie High School is how supportive and strong our community is. Next year she hopes to get into an ROTC program and become a military nurse. And our final couple in our senior homecoming court is Ryan McConnell and Lindsay Sebesta. When asked, Ryan McConnell said his favorite part of high school is the dedication from all my teachers and coaches that have helped me get to where I am today, and Mr. Carpenter for all of his hard work and support for myself and the team. Lindsay said her favorite part of Erie is the amount of school spirit we have, as well as Mr. Graff, and lives by the saying, it's better to be a fake blonde than a dumb blonde. And the verdict is in. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please. For this year's homecoming royalty, your king is Dario Hinojosa and your queen is Emma Osborne. Congratulations to everyone that was in the homecoming court. And again, a reminder to have a good and safe time tomorrow night at the dance.
Have you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School? Well, now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. It's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program, as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction in knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon@sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
You are watching the ETN. watching the ETN.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. There's John Karenko giving a happy birthday shout out. Well, welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, as we get started here in the second half. Tigers lead it 41-14. This third quarter brought to you by 3M Farms. We are, 3/4 of the way through the year? Well, that means it is autumn. And you know what autumn means? It means it's time to visit 3M Farms, a locally owned growing nursery located in beautiful Erie, Colorado. October's almost here, or it is here, and the farm is transformed to its annual fall-themed pumpkin patch. They have pumpkins of all shapes and sizes and colors, decorative corn stalks, straw bales, as well as colorful fall mums. They have plenty of spots for family photos and Instagram posts, and there's never a cost to visit. Stop by 3M Farms in Erie today. I know I will at some point, I'm sure, as the Tigers lining up here to receive the kickoff. And a penalty at the end of the half means Silver Creek will kick off at the 45. It's an unsportsmanlike on Erie. And I actually don't know when that happened, whether it was coming out of the locker room or going in, but an unsportsmanlike gives 15 yards and, well, only 10 yards, right? No, 15. And let's see if Silver Creek does a little onside kick here. And they do, but the Tigers jump right on it. And Erie will start with the ball here after explosive first half, 468 yards of total offense for the Tigers, including 366 on the ground. That is probably going to be up there for their best rushing total of the season as a team. In fact, we're trying to pull up anyways, the rushing stats by game. Yeah, that's already the most. They had 304 against Longmont. First play of the half, handoff to Thyssen. He gets stacked up as he crossed the line of scrimmage, but he still forces his way for a 3-yard pickup. For Caleb, that is the second shortest carry of the night for him. So 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Packed house here tonight. Standing room only. Barnett in the shotgun, takes the snap. Barnett scans the field. Scanning, fires wide open as Lettuce in the intermediate. And a nice first down there. And talked with Coach Wooch a little bit. That is one area that I think Blake has been really sharp at this year, is that intermediate passing. And he'll pick up 22 yards to Caden Lettuce on that one. Barnett takes the snap. They'll throw the bubble screen out towards Klickna, and that one was just a little bit mistimed, a little bit misfired there by Blake. Tigers up here by 27 to start quarter number 3. And already here across midfield. They now have 493 yards of offense here tonight. Barnett scans the defense, takes the snap, fires the quick one to Nichols. Nichols trying to break a tackle, and he'll duck his head, but be swarmed by a slew of white jerseys as he picks his way for about 4 yards as the 16th pass attempt by Barnett. Nichols, his 3rd catch of the night. In fact, take a little peek here. Barnett, 120 yards passing, 146, and a passing touchdown here tonight. Barnett claps the hands, takes the snap, drops back to pass, looks, fires the fade. Klickna down there. Oh, and Klickna tried to adjust to it. It just went through the mitts. Couldn't quite get to it, was Jalen, and that one will fall incomplete. And on 4th and 7 here, kind of too far to kick, maybe too close to punt. I suspect the Tigers will go for it here. Barnett will stay out on the field here with Thyssen. Barnett rolls, now stops, looking, fires downfield. Oh, and just didn't really have his feet set, misfired over everyone, and that one will fall incomplete. And a turnover on downs. So the Raptors will take over here. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. By the way, you can't probably hear it, that voice. Mr. Cecina not here tonight, so a shout out to him. Coach Klein doing the PA here tonight and doing a whale of a job. 10:05 remaining here in quarter number 1. There's the pistol snap. Back to passes Gore, and that one was set up well out of the halftime, and a good pickup there. What was that? 21-yard pass. I didn't see the ball catcher on that one. That is the longest passing play of the game for Silver Creek. Now Gore in the pistol, takes the snap, hands it off. And, oh, there's a fumble on the turf. And I think Silver Creek hopped on it, and there's a penalty flag. And there's a penalty flag right at where the fumble happened. And that could be the case. Well, is it a penalty, or was that meant to be a beanbag? No, they are marking it. I think there's going to be a penalty here. I just don't know on who. That could be a face mask, could be a hold. They're going to come over and a horse collar. Well, the other official signaling a face mask. Either way, it's going to be on Erie. Personal foul, face mask is the official call. And so that is a 15-yarder. And the Tigers have now accumulated 45 penalty yards tonight. So Gore in the shotgun here for the Raptors. Looking to pass, fires long, but well over his intended target. Not too much wind tonight. We've seen some pretty windy games here at Tiger Stadium. And looking at the flagpole, pretty still out there. The 2nd and short here for Silver Creek. They're saying that the 15-yard face mask, or was it happened 16 yards behind the line of scrimmage? That's why it's 2nd and 1. Was 1st and 1. Gore takes the snap, fires the quick out, and the Tigers all over that defensively. That was Trey Kana, but a 2-yard pickup is all that was needed there. And that was, I believe, Hubert on the catch. So fresh set of downs here for the Raptors. Clock continuing to run here. First and 10. Gore rolls the pocket to his right. Malik chasing him. He'll throw the corner route. Has his man as he's chased out of bounds at the 7-yard line. So a 25-yard pickup there. And was that Helm on the catch? We'll give it to our mystery man. We're not quite sure who made that catch, but a 25-yard pass play. Now it's first and goal for the Raptors. There's a snap. Pass to the near side. Slant route caught. And the Tiger defense will stack up Jake Johnson at the 1-yard line. So second and goal from the 1 now. We've seen the Tigers susceptible at times in the air this season. And a timeout is going to be called by Silver Creek. This game also brought to you by Worth Chiropractic, a locally owned chiropractic office that focuses on patient-centered care for your whole family. They're excited to partner with the Erie Tiger Network and follow all the action surrounding the on- and off-field achievements. Whether you're a Tiger bouncing back from injury or a family member straining your neck from excessive cheering, let them help you get back to being you. Located on Briggs Street in downtown Erie. That was Worth Chiropractic. So second and goal here from the 1. 8:34 remaining on this homecoming night. We've already seen some ETN alumni, some other Tiger football alum. See Alex Ailey, an ETN alum, watching on the stream from Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas. A little handoff there up the middle, and stacked up is Rogers. And so that'll bring up third and goal. We'll give him about a half a yard. The ball spotted right at the 1. In the shotgun now is Gore. Takes the snap, play action. Now he's being pressured, and that one skipped into the chest of his intended target. That was Tanner Stevens. I think Tanner Stevens is the one that caught that 25-yarder earlier in the drive, and so that'll bring up fourth and goal. Tiger defense trying to tighten up here on their own goal line. Ball on the 1. Here's the snap. Slant through the hands of the intended target, and a turnover on downs, and the Tiger defense able to build a wall and block the end zone and force the turnover on downs. So it'll be first and 10 from the 1.5-yard line. I think they'll officially spot this at the 1. Someone asked on our stream earlier, what is the longest play in Erie history? And we didn't know. Well, if Erie scores here, you'd see it. Barnett sees single coverage on the outside. I think he's checking to something there. Trying to get a hard count, and get some room. Back judge showing the time dwindling down. 3 seconds left. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Thyssen. Thyssen around the corner, and Thyssen, a big gain there on first down of 14 yards. And Thyssen had a whole lot of green in front of him. So 1st and 10 here for Erie. Barnett with 4 wide. And I think Sean Thomas Francisco in the backfield and tried to get Klickna. And Jalen Klickna and Blake Barnett on a different page there. Blake wanted him to run a different route. The two chatted over and Blake patted him on the head. Just a miscommunication there. Either someone read the play wrong or misunderstood the call. Not sure what happened there, but 2nd and 10 here for the Tigers. Quickly to the line is Erie. Barnett takes the snap, runs a read, keeps it himself around the near side, and he gets lassoed around the waist and finally dragged out of bounds. Tackle on the play was made by Jake Winande. And a pickup there for Barnett of about 4 yards. So 3rd and 6 here for the Tigers. Barnett claps the hands, rolls to his right, looking, fires the deep curl route, and Gage Nichols just couldn't quite hang on. And that's 4 incompletions in a row for Blake. And the Tigers, 4th and a long 5 here. Going to send out the punt team, and I believe that's the first time they sent out the punt team tonight. How about this? Kenneth Reeves watching his grandson from Alaska. Thanks for tuning in, Kenneth. I saw a Montana check-in earlier as that one gets away from Caleb and just kind of mistimed the kick there. Took a decent bounce out to the 41. So a net punt of about 21 yards there for Caleb. He'll want that one back. I was watching Caleb. In fact, earlier this week, he was just hanging out all alone after practice, hitting punts. Man, he was booming some. So I think that's one that he'll be frustrated with. First and 10 here for Silver Creek. Gore will lead his offense back out. They got stopped on the 1. Gore takes a snap, rush up the middle. Oh, intercepted! Going the other way, 1 man to beat. It's the quarterback for Jet Cooper, and he's not able to quite elude Gore, but an interception there for Jet, and the Tigers have it. 1st and 10 deep in the Raptor territory. And that was all due to the pressure up the middle. I think that was Gavin Malik that got in there quickly. Was that Gavin as he checked back into this game? And Jet Cooper. Tell you what, Jet, seems like he makes a play or two every game defensively for the Tigers. So 1st and 10, and Trey Rurick will check into this game, and Rurick will throw the bubble screen, and that was diagnosed, and Oxiger caught it, but almost should have batted it down. That's a loss of 3 yards on Rurick's first throw of the game. So Evan checks in. We know it was a tight quarterback battle all through camp, and they like to give Evan a series or two in meaningful minutes every game. So not unusual to see him out here. There's a handoff near side. Tyson just rumbling through arm tackles, shedding tacklers, and scoring. And Caleb Tyson will punch it in from 24 yards out for another Tiger touchdown. And there's a Silver Creek Raptor shaken up on the play. And he crumpled and holding that leg. So, but Caleb, his 4th rushing touchdown of the night. He has 237 yards on the ground. And so while the kid's down, we're going to take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Kicking off the season celebrating 35 years of serving our local community. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a do-it-yourself project. At Budget Home Supply, we value a more personal relationship with our customers. Hey, Ernest. Hey, Vern. Whether you have a project in your kitchen or bathroom, a new outside deck, or just some general home improvements, indoors or out, come on down to Budget Home Supply.
And welcome back in. And so a turn of events, there was a penalty. We never saw a flag. We never even saw the referee signal a penalty. But the Tiger offense now backed up to their own 35. They even started playing the touchdown music, and there's a fumble. And I think Erie able to fall on it. And that was Avery Larson. Not quite able to hold on to that one. He'll actually end up picking up a couple of yards on that, but now that's 3rd and real long here for the Tigers. So wipe that 24-yard run off the board. And I never saw a flag, and we were looking for quite a while. That injury down there. As Rurick throws a dangerous plot. I tell you what, he didn't have either foot on the ground when he threw that, and he almost paid for that with 6 points the other way. It's one of those where, once again, the pressure in the face of the quarterback just causing them to throw one errant. And in 4th and a country mile, the Tigers are just going to say, you know what? We're just going to try and throw past the sticks here. In that no man's land again. Rurick drops the snap, picks it up, and gets sacked and a turnover on downs. And that was an ugly series there for the Tigers. A loss of 4. So turnover on downs. We're still here at 41-14 after the first 2 quarters. A low-scoring 3rd quarter. Definitely what we expected here on the Erie Tiger Network. As Silver Creek comes back out onto the field. So 1st and 10 here for the Raptors as they start a new offensive series. Tigers got a turnover on downs and an interception on Silver Creek's first 2 series. Here's the snap, handoff, and that is going to be Bridger Sutherland on the carry, a pickup there of 3 yards. And I believe that is Bridger's first carry of the night. And coming into the game, Bridger only had about 5 less carries than Cole Rogers. And Cole Rogers had 11 carries tonight before Bridger saw his first. Second and 7 here for the Raptors. Gore in the shotgun. He'll send Sutherland in motion this time. Trio of receivers here to the near side. Tigers trying to adjust. They're going to roll. Now they'll throw screen back to the near side. Set up well here for Silver Creek. Across the 50, into the open field goes Rogers, and he'll get tackled at about the 32-yard line. A 28-yard pass play from Gore to Rogers. So 1st and 10 here for the Raptors. Gore takes the snap, looks, fires the deep man, and he has him for a touchdown. Fired the deep ball and found Bridger Sutherland. And a 31-yard touchdown pass, and Silver Creek has cut it here to a 3-score game. So Silver Creek out to kick the extra point. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is through. 20-point game here. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network. Just go bail. Just bail. Just bail. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Tigers still lead it, but Silver Creek has come out and they've stopped Erie 3 times. They've marched the ball down the field a couple of times and scored on one of those. Been the stronger side here in this 3rd quarter. A bouncer is picked up. Is that McConnell again? And McConnell looking for running room, and McConnell doesn't want to be tackled, and McConnell gets stacked up. I think that was McConnell anyway. No, that was Trey Connor that time. Should have known with all the dancing. Trey a little bit more slippery, whereas Ryan, he's a bulldozer, as you might expect a center who returns some kicks every once in a while. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers, as Evan Rearick will come out again here. So Coach Wooch wanted to give him another series after what was a tough first series for just the Tiger offense as a whole. Handoff to Thyssen, near side. That's where Tigers have gashed Silver Creek tonight, and Thyssen fighting through some arm tackles, and then he got stopped. And then the official's going to call a penalty on Caleb for kind of shoving, I think, the defender after the defender grabbed either a face mask or an arm. So 2 penalties coming here against, I think, 1 against either team, if I had to guess. As it stands now, it's about a 13-yard pickup
Please refrain from throwing anything during the game. Thank you, Erie High School student section.
So they'll call a personal foul face mask and then an unsportsmanlike on Erie. Tell me. All right, we are actually going to step these off. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. What's the point of this? In fact, the official didn't even fully walk off the yardage. Well, what's with the charade here? I mean, come on. Okay. The near sideline official saying that it's still a first down. And there's a discussion here. I'm not sure what the heck is going on. And I don't know why you need to walk off 2 penalties that equal the same amount of yardage. Now a false start here. Well, this game, this half has been the complete opposite of the first half. We saw high scoring, Erie in control. We've seen low scoring with Silver Creek in control. We saw a pretty clean first half in terms of penalties and a lot more flags here in this second half already. All right, here we go. Rierick in the shotgun. 1st and 5 here for the Tigers. Takes the snap. Nice catch on the snap. Hands it off to Thyssen. Thyssen just bowls over a defender and then gets wrestled to the turf. A gain there of 8 for Caleb. And Erie, you look at their long runs tonight. Really, they've rushed for 406 yards, and I'd say about 80 to 90% of that has been runs on the left side of their offense. There's a little stutter, and Thyssen again over the left side, and again in the open field. Caleb trying to make the last man miss, and he slowed him up enough for the cavalry to arrive, but a huge gain there for the Tigers from the 46 all the way down. Where are they going to mark that? The 9. So a 45-yard run play there by Caleb. That is his 4th run of the night over 40 yards. He has 279. This is a very reminiscent game of Noah Roper or Mason Vivi performance, as there's a handoff to Kana, who will pluck his way for 4 yards, his 4th carry of the night. He's got 28. The Tigers now 455 yards on the ground. Thyssen will come back after a 1-play breather. Sean Thomas in motion. They'll roll the pocket with Rierick. Rierick looking. He'll take it himself, and Rierick trying to get toward the end zone, and that one's going to be stopped after a gain of about 3 for Evan. That'll bring up 3rd and goal here from, what is that, about the 2? 2:08 and counting here. Rierick takes the snap, fires the slant. It's knocked down by the Silver Creek defensive line. And the Tigers will send out the field goal unit here. Tigers up by 3 scores. They would still be up by 3 scores if they were to make this. Harner out here to kick it. Still no Dom Dotavio for the Tigers. Snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good. And so a field goal there for Caleb, and not too many teams have a couple kickers. Not too many teams have a couple kickers like the Tigers do. All right, let's take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. As the Tigers set to kick off here. By the way, Tiger fans, if you're looking for a way to support us, you could partner with us on Patreon. You can sponsor us for as little as $1 a month. And speaking of Patreon, we wanted to thank a few of our loyal supporters, including Stephanie Hollum, who has been a supporter of us for over a year at our premium sponsorship level. And so thank you, Stephanie. A few more fans we'll get to after this play. Here's a return by Sutherland, and that'll be stopped around the 22, and that's where Silver Creek will take over. But a special thanks to Stephanie. She's our biggest supporter on our Patreon. Of course, we have some business sponsors, but some individuals that we'd like to thank as well. Mike Leader, David Sebesta and the Sebesta family, Barney Abeda, Brett Smith, the Davia family, Cammie Weber, Monique and Corey Frazier, the Quinn family. They've been about our longest supporters on our Patreon. Eric Booth and Derek Strickland. Thank you so much for supporting us. Silver Creek will pass here on their first play, and there's a sack as slinging the quarterback down to the turf was Jackson Kogel on the sack. And Jackson, second time tonight, he's made a big play, and Jackson asking to come out of the game. He's looking at his hand. And he might have to, I don't know, pop a finger back into place or something. So 2nd and long here after the sack. 2nd and about 16. Gore to pass again. He'll fire back across the grain, and catching it up the sideline is Rogers in a well-designed play. And Silver Creek has gotten to Erie a little bit with some misdirection in the passing game. They'll roll the pocket one way and pass back the other, and about a 19-yard pickup there on 2nd down, and that'll reset the downs. So 1st and 10 here. The snap, the rollout. They're going to call a hold behind the play. Gavin Malik was trying to get in. And that's intercepted, and now a penalty. What are they going to call this on? You know, if this is defensive pass interference, I didn't like the holding call. And if it's pass interference, I don't like that call either. The holding call on Malik ran into a double team. I didn't think he was held. And the DPI call, I don't even know how you call a DPI, and the guy who caught it turned around, located the ball, and intercepted it. Let's see. It might not be DPI, and it might not even be a hold, so could have just wasted a lot of hot breath. It is a hold on Silver Creek and DPI, so my original point stands. Ugh. All right. We'll move on here on the Erie Tiger Network. Don't like to belabor officials too much here, high school officials. Like high school coaches and high school athletes. Important aspect of this game. Doing the best they can out there. 1st and 10 here for the Raptors. 23 seconds left here in the quarter. And there's a delayed blitz from Jet Cooper. And Jet Cooper just exploded into the backfield for a sack. Goodness. And Jet continues to make plays for this Tiger defense. He has all season long. And that is how the 3rd quarter will end. We'll take a timeout. We'll head to quarter number 4 here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are strong and we'll get through this together, but these are stressful times. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, and know that you are not alone. Visit wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets.
Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse in Erie today.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you, along with our Erie Tiger Network crew here on homecoming night. I know Harris Gearhart, he's running our camera down there on the track. Jen May is over operating our camera up in the stands. And Cale Smith, kind enough to hop in here on homecoming night to help us out here on the broadcast. 2nd and 19 here for Silver Creek. Low snap, good catch there by Gore, actually, and a handoff, and Rogers had to duck under a Tiger defender that was coming in hot. I think that was Jace Onstad, and picked up about 3 or 4 on the play for Rogers. 107 yards rushing tonight for Silver Creek. 3rd and long here for the Raptors. Only down 3 scores here. We still have ourselves a game. It's been a while since Erie hasn't activated the running clock before the fourth quarter. There's the curl route, and a good job by the Tiger defense. You put pressure on third down. You got to force something quick, keep everything underneath you, and I think either Jet Cooper or Trey Kana in there on the tackle. Pick up there of about 5 or 6 yards on the pass play. 165 through the air. So Silver Creek will punt here. 11:07 remaining in the third. There's the punt. This one will check at about the 28. Kana wants to pick it up. He will. And tell you what, he's trying to tightrope up the sidelines. He ended up picking up about 6 or 7 yards. And Rierick will come back out again here for Erie. Rierick 4 wide in the formation. Takes the snap, hands it off. Thyssen gets wrapped up around the waist. But the Tiger offensive line has been outstanding here tonight. And Thyssen not touched till he's about 4 yards down the field. And he is closing in on 300 yards all by himself. Rierick sends a man in motion. Hands it off. Francisco will stay on his feet. He was kind of held up, and then Sean Thomas just emerged from the mass of humanity. A pickup there of 15. So 1st and 10 here for the Tigers. Rierick in the shotgun, and a false start on the right tackle there for the Tigers. That's Alex Collard, replacing the injured Jackson Clancy, the junior, tore his ACL in the preseason scrimmage, lost for the year. That's a tough one. You have John on the left. He's probably your best athlete on the line. Jackson is your technician on the line, and maybe one of the best right tackles in the league. That was a tough loss for the Tigers to absorb. 10-yard carry on 1st down for Caleb. I'll give him 9, so 2nd and 6 here. 293 yards for Caleb Thyssen on the ground tonight. There goes Rierick. He'll roll to his right. Rierick looking, fires, and intercepted. Intercepted and taken the other way, and that was intercepted by Luke Ritters. And that's the 2nd interception of the night for the Tigers. 1st for Rierick. So Silver Creek will take over again. Tigers with 3 turnovers tonight. A fumble by Kana and 2 interceptions. 1st and 10 here for Silver Creek. will have it on the Erie 37. Quick pass, out route from the slot receiver, and Jet Cooper trying to make the tackle. And a gain there of about 4 yards on the pass play. Gore with 169 yards through the air now. Gore takes the snap, fires the fade, and Lettuce turned around and knocked it away. So 3rd and 6 here for the Raptors. And Evan Rarick was banged up on that pass play. He is on the trainer's table. And they're kind of looking at maybe that right shoulder. Oh, boy. Or the ribs of Rarick. Evan, a kid that has worked his absolute tail off. So you'd hate to see Evan go down with an injury. As Hubert will catch the pass, about a 3-yard pickup there for Hubert. And now an injury and a cramp. And Gavin Malik was trying to help stretch out the Silver Creek player, and someone said, nope, you can step to the side. There was actually a viral picture of an opponent helping stretch out their opponent who had a cramp earlier this week. So wouldn't surprise me at all if Gavin saw that and was inspired by that and wanted to be a good sport. But little leg muscle cramp. Will give us a second. The Tigers will be out on the road against Brighton next week. We will head out to Brighton for that game. The concern there, we do not know. Brighton is one of the few places we have never been. The Erie Tiger Network has never been to. And so we don't know what network situation we will run into out there in Brighton. But we'll have that for you next week. And then also next week will be a slew of broadcasts. We will have the choir concert on Tuesday. We will have softball against Silver Creek on Wednesday, and we'll have the orchestra concert on Thursday. So a lot of performances coming up in the next week, and we'll be there for that. So 4th and 4 here for Silver Creek. Gore will come out here in the pistol. Rogers, one behind him in that pistol, takes the snap. Pressure coming, out route, and that one will sail over the head of Ordonez Rodriguez, his intended target. And a turnover on downs, and the Erie Tiger offense will head back out there. And let's see who's quarterbacking, because right now Blake Barnett is leaning over Evan Rarick on the trainer's table, I think trying to encourage him. And let's see what quarterback is out there. This is the first time we will have seen Alex Sweeney, the 6'2" sophomore. Alex takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. And Alex will be stopped for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 here for Sweeney and the Tigers. 7:34 remaining here in this contest. Tigers, I think, content to keep it on the ground here. Little handoff up the middle. Kana bursts through a hole, and then Kana will stretch it out across the 45 up to the 46-yard line. A 16-yard pickup by Trey Kana. He's got 44 yards, and the Tigers have clipped 500 yards rushing for the night. We're going to have to go into the way back machine here, and we may not find a night where the Tigers put 500 on the ground. And another run up the middle there for Kana. And another 11 yards. Last year, in the COVID-shortened season, the Tigers did rush for 475 yards against Silver Creek, as there's Sweeney bobbing and weaving. About a 7-yard pickup there for Alex, getting his first varsity minutes behind center. Good to see Alex. One of my students saw him earlier today. Don't know if he expected to get out there or not tonight. He's got to be excited out there. And a stoppage down there on the field, and I'm not sure. Oh, it was an injury by Silver Creek. Now Sweeney looking for his first varsity pass, drops in the nice pass on a wheel route. I think that was Avery Larson on the end of that one. And a nice little feathery touch by Sweeney, and that might be the best pass we've seen tonight. A 24-yard pickup. From Sweeney to Larson. Now Sweeney will check the play at the line. He'll adjust Larson behind him. 1st and 10 here from the 15. He'll give it off. Larson lowers his head, and tell you what, Larson, the way he runs is that even the kind of the number, it just reminds you, I know Darren Sproles didn't wear this number, but just kind of that build. He looks like he's just piercing through the defense every time he runs, is Larson. 9-yard pickup there for Avery. And a run play to the right, and it's Alex Sweeney. There is flags on the play. As it stands now, it would be a 7-yard touchdown run, and the first in the career for Sweeney. Personal foul on Silver Creek. So the touchdown stands. Sweeney, his first career touchdown. And the Tigers lead it 50-21. So Clicknet a hold here. Harner will send it through. And another extra point. 51-21, 30-point lead for the Tigers. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. By the way, we've been trying to slowly peek our way through the stat book, and we have come up empty so far on 500-yard rushing performances. Doesn't mean that they don't exist, but we haven't found any yet. Maybe if you know and you're an Erie alum, hit us up. We already talked about that today. We'd love to put you to task on helping us build a comprehensive Erie record book. By the way, Erie had 491 yards rushing back on October 31st against the Pinnacle Timberwolves of Federal Heights, Colorado. It's October 21st, 2009. So we did skip a few years in there. We went to that year because that's close to the year that Erie went to the state championship. We're in that 2008 year where they did face Olathe in the state championship game. Their first year in the 2A state championship. And they did have a 505-yard rushing yard game that year against Prairie View out of Henderson, Colorado on September the 5th, 2008. That's the last that we can find. And unofficially tonight, 534 yards on the ground. There's a handoff up the middle, and Rogers just pinballed off the player, took it back the other way, and now he'll stretch it all the way for about a 10-yard pickup, or at least close to the sticks. And they'll mark him out right at the 30. So 10-yard pickup should be good enough for a first down. And a fresh set of downs here for Silver Creek. First and 10 here for the Tigers. Bubble screen out to Sutherland. And a pickup there of 9 yards. By the way, I think Silver Creek currently has Eli Myers in there, the sophomore quarterback, I beg your pardon. And so 9 yards there to Sutherland. Is that Myers or is that still Gore? I can't quite tell. Yep, that is number 3, Myers. And a handoff there up the middle. And a first down here for Silver Creek. A 14-yard run. See Joey Watts in there for the Tigers. James Wittenberg in there as well for Erie. Lucas Booth out there at corner. They'll throw the bubble screen to the far side of the field. Tiger defense trying to give chase here. And a tackle there from behind by Kyle Ladley. And a big gain there for Silver Creek from the 48 down to the 22. Silver Creek over 200 yards passing now tonight. And a face mask against the defense. And, well, this game is slowed down here a little bit. The Tiger students, though, I know they've been happy to get back in the stadium, get back into this one, into the student section, rather. And they will have homecoming tomorrow night. Here's Myers, takes the snap, hands it off right side, and churning the legs, moving it forward is still Beckvar. Silver Creek trying to score here late in this one. Myers in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off right side, and Beckvar will lean it toward the goal line. No signal yet, and I think they'll call him a yard short. Still Beckvar, that's a football name. Keep the clock rolling here. 2:05 and counting. John Karanko on his birthday getting out there. Snap, handoff, and the Tigers get back there. And a big hit by Joey Watts on the tackle. Second down, minute and a half left here. Tigers, they will move on to 6-0 here. Unblemished start to their season. Ahead out to Brighton, then out to Greeley to take on Greeley West in a couple weeks before we see him back at home for a couple real big home games to end the season against Broomfield and Windsor. Tell you what, Erie passing the ball a lot more. Both teams. 23 pass attempts unofficially by Silver Creek, 20 by just Barnett, plus another 4 by Rear, because that one is stopped short of the goal line. That might be the last play of the game. Alex Sweeney had 1. They've just really extended out. This is a 3-hour game here tonight. And Silver Creek players asking for a timeout, but I think coach is saying, you know what, let's be done with this one. So final score in this one, 51-21. Erie will move to 6-0 and continue to stay atop the league standings here in the Northern, for a Northern 1 league, couple of leagues in the North. Silver Creek will drop to 3-3. A huge thanks to our Erie Tiger Network crew, Harris Gearhart, Jen May, Cal Smith, our producer here tonight. Thanks to the Erie coaches for helping us out with our broadcast camera, our main camera here tonight as well. And since it's homecoming, thanks to all the Erie Tiger Network alum that have helped make this possible. For all of them, I'm Brandon Bird. Until next time, Tiger fans, we'll chirp at you later.